The major advantage, I think, to making a case very strongly that one of the fundamental realities of life is its suffering, is that it's actually a relief to people to hear that. Because they suspect it. Well, they know it. But no one's forthright about it. It's like, yeah, life is suffering. Okay, fine. So where does that leave us? Well, here's...
No, when he says nobody's forthright about it, is that people want to go through life as if suffering is not a part of life, as if it's something that should be, something that should be avoided at all times. And if you're trying to avoid suffering, you're gonna find it really hard to make anything out of yourself, gain respect, or even gain the attraction from the opposite sex. Because majority of the time, when you like suffering, for instance, for me, I would say a self-inflicted suffering for me would be hitting the gym every day, making sure that I am not going through the motion, making sure that I am present at the moment. To be present at the moment is to open yourself up to all emotions. Like, most people are not ecstatic about where they are at or position in life. It's just the way it is. Because a lot of people believe they can be somewhere better. Like, they'll be happier somewhere else. But that shit does not fucking work, man. That is not how things work. Here we go. Going back with Jordan Peterson, talking about suffering.
Here's where it leaves us. It turns out that even though life is suffering, if you're sufficiently courageous and forthright and honest, let's say, in your approach, and you don't shy away, what you'll find is that there's something within you that will respond to the challenge of suffering with the development of ability that will transcend the suffering. So the pessimism is, yeah, well, life is rife with problems at every level. But the upside is, if you turn and confront that voluntarily, that you'll find something in yourself that can develop and master that. And so the optimism is nested in the pessimism. And that's extremely helpful to people, especially people who are struggling, because they think, oh my God, life is so difficult. I don't know if I can stand this. There must be something wrong with me. Does anybody else feel this way? And you can say, yes.
That right there, he just mentioned how some people would see that, oh my God, life is so hard. Like, I'm suffering. This shit sucks. Like, for instance, like a man who seems to can't get a break or make money. A lot of times, it's not that you can't make money or get a break. It's because you're not the right person to gain those things. For instance, I've had many contracts. I have many times where I was supposed to sign papers, and I procrastinated, and I lost contracts. He mentioned how 5 years you could become an excellent speaker. So I just want to go ahead and throw that out, because I think a lot of people don't really grasp what time does for you. You need time to grow better, because it took you time to be who you are now. You didn't just pop out of your mom's vagina and full-grown human being and just moving about. You gathered skills, thoughts, ideas, theories, conclusions that brought you to this point in life right now. So, in saying that, guys, you're not going to get better overnight. That's where the suffering comes in. It's not going to be pretty, man. You're going to feel alone most of the time, because most people are not working on themselves the way you need to. And when you finally start working on yourself the way you need to, you're going to notice that a lot of people are not going to be able to vibe with you, wave with you. And as a man, if you can find a woman who's willing to go with you through that tunnel, whoo, you're a lucky man. But understand, she probably has the same thoughts as the rest of the people. So you got to lead that relationship. Yeah, fellas. When you're in a relationship with a woman, it's not like a 50-50 thing. You're leading. You got to learn shit, know shit, make shit happen. Let's go ahead and play about one more minute of this.
break it down properly and take it on step by step in this incremental way that we discussed, that you'll actually master every single bit of it. And the thing that's cool about that is all the clinical evidence shows it works. And not only that, that's actually how you learn in life. Like when you bring a child to the playground and the child is apprehensive about making new friends, you say, okay, well, look, kiddo, stick around me for a minute or two and just watch what's going on. It's like, and the child will calm down. You say, okay, now go 5 feet away. Just go out there a little bit and just see how it goes. And stay out there as long as you can. And if you need to come back for a hug, then no problem. It's like, so then the child can go out 10 feet. They come back. You say, okay, well now, maybe just go over there and watch those kids. And the child will go out and then come back. And so that's it. It's the child's going out to where they're afraid, seeing that they can master it, and then coming back.
Suffering in a way is life, but it doesn't have to be your main focal point. Appreciate the things that you have already. Like, for instance, every morning I wake up, I'm fucking thankful that my legs work. Thankful my arms work. Thankful I'm able to think. Even though I do IT work, I'm now doing medical transporting. How to do a little change up. Made a few bad decisions, but now I'm here. And as a medical transporter too as well, I'm able to see so many people experiencing life in such undesirable ways. And I know if they just had the ability to walk, they had the ability to think, they had the ability to take care of themselves, they would cherish life to the fucking fullest, man. There are people out here who are able to walk, talk, climb, sleep in their own bed, brush their own teeth, wipe their own ass, and they are having a horrible fucking existence in life just because they are making bad decisions, and those people who they hang out with, those people who they choose to look up to, those people who they see in the mirror. And that's facts.
We're cool with them. Yeah. Ladies, what is more important to you, 3 or 4 phase or to be respected? Okay.
Something about 2 minutes too much.
All right. That's a good question. Let me go around the table on that one. Yeah. What's more important to you, ladies? And we can start. I think you answered the last one. So, yeah, you'll start first. What's more important? Having a hoe face.
Okay.
It's fine. Having a hoe face or your self-respect.
He didn't even finish the question yet. They already said hoe phase. Yo, he didn't even finish the question yet. He said, what's more important, having a whole face? Whole face. So that shows you already why majority of women's how do you say, priorities are at. So I'm telling you right now, man, I worked in a nightclub. I was a bouncer at first, and then eventually I saw old pot of mine bringing women in. So his job is literally to go outside of the club or venue or lounge and just spot women who are just, the majority of the time, there's always a group of women together, don't know where the fuck they're going, or something went wrong. So I would usually come up and be like, hey, how you doing? My name is King. I could tell you ladies don't know where the fuck you guys are going. How about you follow me? And that would literally just work. That's all it took for me to grab 3, 4, 5 girls that are bad at shit. Bought them, got them drinks, and right there and then, 3 or 4 of them already wanted to fuck me. It's all about position, guys. Everything's about position. No, I didn't have to step on somebody's neck. I didn't have to make no other dude look worse. I didn't have to do none of that bullshit. I didn't have to talk shit to them. I was myself, confident in the words I was saying. I speak as if I know, and I listen as if I don't know nothing. There we go.
What's more important for you as a woman?
Self-respect for sure.
You don't want to have a whole face, man?
I never did.
Oh, well, I mean, you're still young, but okay. What about you?
The one in the black, she never been to a whole phase. I actually believe her. By the way she's dressed, the way she looks. But careful. Women lie. Men lie. Women lie, men lie. Women lie, men lie. Women lie, men lie. But she's cute, though.
Respect, but I had whole phases. I do still now. So.
She belongs to the street.
YOLO, what about you?
Belong to the streets.
I
What-
think having self-respect, but then having fun at the same time while you're young, because you're
She
young.
belongs
You gotta
to the
pick one
streets.
though. You gotta pick one.
Okay, self-respect. Sorry.
Have you had a whole phase though?
Yeah.
She going through
Okay.
it right now.
Okay. what about you?
Self-respect for sure.
Have you ever had a whole phase?
Yeah.
Okay. What about you?
What they say belong to the streets, but the respect for sure.
Okay. So you've had a whole phase as well, I assume?
Yeah, whenever chicks talk like that, I already know. And you should too. I mean, it's not being any disrespect, but if she talk like that, you already know. I mean, yeah, man. Like guys, like I feel like fellas are like feel like they're getting tricked. Listen, these chicks ain't tricking you, man. You just failing to understand. That's all it is. You're failing to understand what kind of animal you're dealing with. And the same vice versa for women, because when women meet certain caliber guy, they would say like, "Oh, I wouldn't with this guy because I'm with rich man." Because man who got his shit together know they understand. They understand their value, man. Like, there's not a lot of men out here who can actually achieve, being fit at the same time making the right amount of money, at the same time being able to regulate their emotions. And when a man's like that, listen, when a man is able to regulate his emotions and also keep his body to a certain fit status, at least have some fucking shoulders, man. Like my man over here, Myron, he just said, "Hey, ladies, which was more important, your whole phase?" Before he could even finish the conversation, the women were like, whole phase," because that's what they're about, and that's okay. Don't bash women for what they want, because dudes, we want the same shit. Only thing is that we can do it, and they really can't really. I mean, they can. But the likelihood they're going to have a successful relationship in the future is very slim. But at the same time, I want to say this, there are women like that who still have relationships. But a lot of times, the dudes they get with are betas. What? Am I saying that, they don't get with alphas? Yeah, they get with alphas too. But if they get with alphas, trust me, they change fucking completely. They cut out all their whole friends. Because they know in order to keep this man, they have to be something different, man. But let's go ahead and continue, man. These girls are cute as hell, too. I just love women of all sizes and shapes.
So,
Here we go.
I can only do one man at a time. I like to take my time.
Oh, that's too much.
I like to
That's too
focus
much.
on
People
one
be
thing at
focusing
one
on
time.
too much?
One. That's too much.
That's too much.
I've done threesomes, but not trains.
Neither one.
How was that?
It was 2 girls and 1 guy. So like,
Okay.
I mean,
That was
would you
that's the way I
do?
would-
I ain't gonna lie, I love sexy ass. I like her ass. Yeah, threesome, yeah. There's a big difference between a threesome and a tring. If it's 2 girls and 1 guy, that's a threesome. If it's 2 guys and 1 chick, bitch, you getting ran on. You getting put to the dirt. Everyone feels that way at some time, and it's gonna continue to happen. You're gonna feel depression at some time, but you gotta remember, it is just fucking emotions. I know you don't, and I'm not telling you to try to be tough. You don't have to exert or show how tough you are in the outside. It's about keeping yourself calm in the inside, even when things are going chaotic. So let's go ahead and move forward.